Well, this is one of the most beautiful pieces of music you'll ever hear. It's a fine composition that Tony Cuthbert has decided to play. It's the theme from Jackass, the TV show that has already once been made into a movie and now is coming out, as I understand, Jackass 3D. Pardon my language, that's the name of the movie. Ron Van Timmeren from Celebration Cinemas maybe has already seen this, or maybe they held it in check. But he'll tell us right now. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael Patrick.
It's not really a movie. It's sort of a TV show on the big screen, isn't it, Jackass?
Yeah. It's a series of unbelievable stunts, that very R-rated stuff, and pretty sophomoric humor, you might say, bathroom humor, some people call it. I don't know, if you like the flying porta-john jokes and sticking stuff in your where the sun don't shine,
Yeah.
that's funny.
It is one of those things that you feel guilty watching it because it is so remedial. But at the same time, it's hard to look away sometimes because you don't see normally people doing these kinds of things.
So well put. Nobody in their right mind would do this sort of stuff, right? And making a jackass of yourself is what this movie is all about. Apparently, it's very funny now that when animals attack in this movie, so there's a series of that stuff and plenty of stuff we can't talk about on a family radio program.
They have, for instance, a guy sitting in a chair, one of their crew, and they start up a jet airplane. And the engines start blowing, and he's sitting in the chair, and the wind, from the engine starts blowing so fast that it knocks him off the chair, and he can't stand up, and he rolls all the way down the field.
Yeah, it's a take on that old Maxell commercial from way back where the guy sitting in front of the speakers blowing his hair back. This is ratcheted up a few thousand degrees, and that's over the top is what this movie is all about.
Is it really in 3D?
Yeah, and they shot it in 3D. This is not post-production 3D. This is with the big cameras, and they took it places I'm sure the camera creators never expected them to go, and I hear it's pretty well done in that respect.
So you haven't seen it yet?
No, I'm not a big fan,
Yeah.
but, like you say, it's hard to look away, so I'm sure some of it is just hysterical.
Yeah, I mean, for instance, in the last one, they tased a guy to see what it would look like. It's hard to describe. They, like you said, there's a flying porta-john in this one where they strap it to a giant, what would you call that thing? It's like a giant slingshot.
Exactly.
And the guy's in the porta-john. I mean, call it what you will. It is a unique invention.
Yeah, and they make these things really cheap, and they're worldwide smashes. Very good investment for Paramount. That's why they keep making them. The last one did over $60 million domestically, so it's a hit with the core group of moviegoers, those young males, and that's what supports it.
We never let the birthday of a beautiful woman pass without taking note. Tanya Roberts, who was a Bond girl in A View to a Kill, is 55 today, and Vanessa Marcil, who was on the Las Vegas TV show and General Hospital and Beverly Hills 90210. She also had a little part in the Rock movie. Vanessa Marcil did. She is 42. Happy birthday, darlings, to you. She's in my top 10, so I want to make sure everybody gives her a little bit of happy birthday today. On the other side of the coin, we have sort of the senior tour of actors in this movie, Red. Bruce Willis, Morgan Freeman, and Helen Mirren. What are they doing together?
Well, their RED stands for Retired Extremely Dangerous. Bruce Willis, the ex-CIA black ops guy, somebody trying to bump him off. He's trying to figure out who and why, getting the gang back together, as you mentioned. Morgan Freeman, John Malkovich, Helen Mirren, Mary Louise Parker playing his love interest. And this is all played for laughs, Michael Patrick. They're not trying to be the Expendables. They're trying to have some fun. And it's PG-13. I got a chance to see it. I really thought it was a fun night out at the movies, occasionally violent and a lot of action, but big laughs in it as well. Great cast.
Are we going to end up with some, this is the month of scary movies, isn't it, because of Halloween?
Oh, yeah. Next week we get Paranormal Activity 2, and the following week Saw 3D, and we've got My Soul to Take in 3D in theaters right now, Case 39, and Let Me In. There's plenty of spooky stuff on the big screens.
How do you deal with all these 3D movies? You pass out glasses at the beginning of the show?
Yeah, they're disposable and or recyclable 3D glasses, and it's a big part of our business now. That's what's driving the box office today.
Do the motion picture creators send the glasses too, or do you have to incur the cost of that yourself?
Yeah, we do incur the cost. They do send them to us automatically, but it's a couple of bucks worth of plastic and technology, if you will. But it's really so much better than it ever was. This circular polarization of these glasses really makes a special night out at the movies.
Did you say each pair is about $2?
Yeah, that's the upcharge.
Wow. And do you throw them out after, or do they get reused by the next guy who comes in?
Well, they have to be sterilized, and we do put the bins out for recycling. We send them back to the creator, the manufacturer, and they do sterilize them and clean them up and repackage them and send them back to us. So they're not ending up in the landfill. We do recycle them.
Oh, interesting. All right. Ron Van Timmeren.
See the movies.
And don't try any of those jackass stunts at home.
No way.
Some of them are positively lethal.